During a recent interview, Mary Trump, the niece of Donald Trump, said that she thinks there is somebody who is far more likely to turn on her uncle than even Allen Weisselberg. And that person happens to be Trump's own daughter, Ivanka Trump. Mary Trump firmly believes, she says, that Ivanka is the most likely, even more likely than Weisselberg, to flip against her uncle as part of the ongoing investigation. She says that because, as she mentioned in the interview, Ivanka has the most to lose, right? And I have to imagine that, yes, that's correct. Eric and Don Jr., I'm sorry, you just don't seem like very good parents. Don Jr., certainly, like, you seem like a crappy parent. Eric is probably mediocre, but Ivanka, you know, being the mother, you've seen pictures with her, it's clear she does care about her children. And she would not want to be separated from her children for years on end as part of whatever scheme they may get indicted for. So, maybe a little chit-chat here, maybe a little deal over there, and maybe she won't have to do that. After all, Daddy's achieved everything he's wanted to achieve. Excuse me. Of course, he hasn't really. He would love to keep achieving more because his narcissism won't ever let him rest or be happy, which is the own hell he's created in his mind, but that's a discussion for another day. But yeah, Daddy's, on his way out. So if he has to take the fall for the family so that they can avoid going to jail, and if Ivanka has to be the one that kind of pushes him to be the fall guy, Mary Trump says, yeah, it seems probable. But here's the thing. Mary Trump, and plenty of others, by the way, over the last week or so have been speculating that Weisselberg likely isn't going to flip, and Mary Trump believes that Weisselberg is not going to flip. Weisselberg has been too loyal to the family, they say. He's had this cushy gig. And, remarkably, in the days since he was booked, we have actually seen Donald, Don Jr., and Eric all come out and staunchly defend Weisselberg, which is not typically something they would do if it was somebody else. They would just keep their mouths shut, just not say anything. But they're actually defending him. And probably because they know they don't want Weisselberg to flip. But honestly, I'm starting to think at this point, too, that Weisselberg won't. So maybe it will be Ivanka. Wouldn't that be a twist ending? But Mary Trump also mentioned something else about Ivanka. Because obviously, if this investigation takes down the Trump organization, they could all lose a lot of money. Hell, let's be honest, they could lose everything. But Ivanka is the only one who doesn't have everything tied up in the Trump organization. Because unlike the other folks, Ivanka actually married money. Kushner family has a lot of money. So even if the Trump org goes down, Ivanka's still over here like, well, I'm still rich. So, Mary says she has not only the most to lose, but the most to hang on to. I would love it if Ivanka flipped on her family. I think that really would be just the icing on the cake of the Trump saga before we put it away for good. Ivanka, finally, after all these years, everybody thought when the administration came in she was going to be the voice of reason. This is your one last chance, Ivanka. Don't let us down. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.